Hey everybody, I'm BayRay. I have issues. I've got a lot of issues. I've got so many issues that I went to a haunted, abandoned house to look at some comics. It's perfect for this time of the year. Halloween is one of my favorite holidays. So I went to this old, 100-year-old house. It took me an hour there, hour back, and I got some amazing comic books. Now, this house was on a corner property. A friend of the woman who was selling them to me, her friend just purchased this house to tear the entire thing down and build a new house. It breaks my heart. It was a beautiful old house, but it was dated. It was literally falling apart. No one could even go upstairs because in the fear that the stairs would break and fall through the floor into the room below. So it was creepy. I felt weirdness there. I don't know if it was haunted, but it sure felt like it was. It was so much fun. They put an ad on Facebook Marketplace. You know, it's one of my favorite places to find some cool comics. And so I got there, and apparently the person who owned this house died or had family. They came and picked a few things out, and it's obvious compared to the books that I had, but there were thousands of comics. Now, I usually go and get a long box here, a long box, short box here, and there are a lot of DC. And let me just tell you, this has a lot of Marvel. I am more of a Marvel guy. I ain't dissing on DC, but I have a tendency to lean towards Marvel because it has my man, Benjamin J. Grimm, the Thing. So let's get into some of the stuff that I found in this 100-year-old abandoned haunted house that used to be a post office. That's the funniest thing. Let's take a look. Let's start with a few of the lesser expensive books. Now, there were a lot that were in bags, but they were 2 in 1 bag. So I had to rebag and board the entire thing. The bags were musty. Thank goodness they were in bags, or else they would have been completely destroyed. So let's start off with one of the things that I love is intercompany crossovers like Marvel and DC. Here is Superman and Silver Surfer. I guess they go against Mxyzptlk and Galactus, I guess. I don't know. I haven't read it yet, but still, I love intercompany crossovers. Ron Lim, my man George Perez. I love George Perez. He is my favorite artist. So there's that. And then we have Catwoman, singular. Catwoman and Vampirella. This is done by Jim Ballant from Catwoman fame, and he also does Tarot for the adult readers. Great book. Daredevil and Batman. That was a lot of fun just thinking of how cool that would be. Apparently, there's another issue, so I'm going to have to find the other one now. And the final I got 2 crossover books. John Byrne doing Batman and Captain America crossover. This takes place during World War II, during the, I guess you could call, the golden age of superheroes, with the golden age Batman, with the original Jack Kirby, Captain America, and Bucky. So I had that a while ago. I guess I traded it. I don't have it anymore, but still, I love having it back in my collection. Now we got Batman and Spider-Man. Apparently there's 2 issues to this too, so now I gotta go find the other one now. Now, I can't go anywhere without buying some Fantastic Four, something to do with the Thing. So we have, what number is this? This is number 347. This is the first appearance of the new Fantastic Four, which is Logan, Grey Hulk, Ghost Rider, and Spidey. So that's the first appearance of the new team, and that is the first cover and first full appearance of the new team. Those are both key books. I've got a newsstand. Now, were these all newsstands? Yeah. Nope. One of them was not a newsstand. This is number 353 of the Fantastic Four. This is the first appearance of Mobius M. Mobius of the TVA. You know him better as Owen Wilson from Loki. So this is his first appearance, and you could always tell it's a newsstand that has a barcode versus where it had a picture of Mobius on the front. This is the second appearance of Mobius. And then, like I said, they were squished in together, 2 books per. So I got a common book that was just thrown in there for during the Infinity War. And then I got I can't even read what number it is because you can see the barcode. This is when the Human Torch went completely supernova and he whited it out. And it was originally for the store copy at the comic shops. It was completely white, but for newsstand, it had a little barcode there. Of course, some Marvel 2-in-1s. This is one of my favorite covers. Is it key? No, not at all. It's number 75. It's just the thing in the Avengers. To me, one of my favorite covers. This was thrown in there as well, Iceman. And then I have one on my wall. This is Marvel 2-in-1 annual number 7. This is the first appearance of the Champion of the Universe, and he had an Infinity Stone. Great story. This is actually, I think, my 3rd or 4th copy of this book. But if I see it, I'm getting it. Now, when I went in and started going through all these comics, now I had first dibs. I was able to grab stuff out of there, pick and choose of whatever I want. I had 2 big, large priority boxes, and they were stacked like this all the way back, and I had this way too. Now, also included, there was 2 of these, 2 of them, and they were also filled with some Dungeons and Dragons stuff. I love playing Dungeons and Dragons stuff. Dungeons and Dragons. I don't need all the books and stuff so I had a whole bunch of books, Dragon Magazine, and a whole bunch of DM boards, and I traded them to Matt and Aaron over at Faraday Toys, and traded them for in-store credit, and I'll show you some of the stuff that I got at the end of the video. Now this, I'm missing one. This is Terminator Burning Earth from Now Comics. Now normally, these Now Comics aren't really worth anything. The first Terminators, yes, and stuff like that. This is the first Alex Ross work in the comic book business. I got 1, 2, 4, and 5. Somewhere in this world, I have to find Terminator Burning Earth number 3. Now, I'm also trying to finish my set of the Secret Society of Supervillains. I had to throw that in there. Not in the best of shape, but still. Now, this is a great stack of books. It doesn't have the one that everybody wants. So, I've got me Secret Wars number 1. You know where I'm going with this. Secret Wars number 2. 3. This is the actual first appearance of Volcana, and the second Titania classic Bob Layton cover, which has actually been done in the Avengers Endgame, if you remember when Hulk was holding the ceiling up. This is number 5 with the X-Men. This is number 6. This is the first cameo of Julia Carpenter, who becomes Spider-Woman number 2, and it's also the death of the Wasp, but apparently she does come back. This is number 7. This is She-Hulk versus Titania, which was redone in She-Hulk, the TV series. That was fun. Number 9, of course. Number 8, nowhere to be found, but still classic. I think this was a Mike Zeck cover. I believe it was a Mike Zeck cover. Classic. Now the Doom's going to be in the MCU. It's going to be fun. So we got that one all the way up to 12. But of course, number 8, nowhere to be found. All right, it's about to get all homo superior all up in here. I'm sorry. I have Deadpool's first mini-series, which is the Circle Chase, 1 through 4, all 4 issues, and all newsstand as well. So I got the first full mini-series of Deadpool, and just recently I got the same thing. I also got the second series, so now I got both original miniseries. Now this is Wolverine Volume 2, number 5. Nothing key about this, but it was squished in with another book. It was this book. This is a classic, iconic John Buscema cover. It is the first real team up of Joe Fixit and Will Hogan's alter ego Patch, in which you saw him in the Deadpool Wolverine movie. Spoiler, sorry. So that's a classic cover. This is going in the collection. There's a few here that I'm gonna let go and put into mystery bags and stuff, but that's probably going on the wall right behind me. I've got New Mutants #1, which is technically the third appearance of the New Mutants. And on the back of that was #2, right? It's #2? Yes, #2. Now, my X-Men books. This is X-Men #106. It's got a rolled spine. It is in really, really rough shape. If anything, I'm going to probably put this book at like a 4 or less. But great cover, great story. Is it a key? Yes, it is a key book. Chris Claremont, I believe John Byrne's doing the art here. I believe so. Great book. Classic cover. This is going up in price because of Doom. We have X-Men #145. I love that cover. Done so well. This is #155, which is the first appearance of the Brood aliens and the Brood Queen. Very alien-esque. Now, if you've seen any of my earlier episodes, you'll know that I probably got this one. This is the first Carol Danvers as Binary. I think I paid $30 for it, and I'll tell you guys what it is, what everything cost when I'm done here. So there it is, first Carol Danvers as Binary. And if you watched in the Marvels, there's a lot going on in there. So I forgot. If you haven't already, please like, subscribe, share, and comment this post so I can keep doing what I'm doing and have fun doing it. And I hope you guys are having fun too. So if you just can like, comment, subscribe, share, that'll help my channel grow, and I could keep doing bringing you some cool books. This is definitely staying in the collection. This is X-Men #168, first appearance of Madeline Pryor, aka Mrs. Scott Summers, the first one, and the Goblin Queen in the Inferno series. So that was a great book. Is this a key book? No, but it's a cool Doctor Doom versus the X-Men issue. It just regular, about a $5 book. This is a classic John Romita Jr. cover. Also, a lot of these are newsstands, so great cover. I love this. Anytime I see that, I grab that. This is X-Men #220. Now, if you've seen X-Men 97, 97 or 87? 97. 97. I'm an idiot. You'll see that this was playing out in the actual cartoon series, so that's pretty cool. Also in the X-Men, I've got #221, first appearance of Mr. Sinister. Classic book. I had this a while ago. I've been trying to get it back in the collection, and that's exactly where it's going to go. This is a good one. I think I already have this, but I'll have to see. This is #244, first appearance of Jubilee. Great book. Now, this is funny. This is a parody of DC's Invasion. It actually has a cameo. I wrote a Post-it note right here so I can remember, because I can't remember anything. Cameo of Chewbacca, Yoda, Jabba the Hutt, Boba Fett, aliens, the Xenomorph aliens, E.T., and Alf, alien life form. And there is a small, everything's covered, naked Jean Grey in here. So that is a great book. That's funny. I love that one. Classic Mark Silvestri cover. This was just in the Deadpool and Wolverine movie. Great cover. I think they treated it really well. I loved it. This was also stuffed in 254. But this is one of my favorite covers of all time. Jim Lee of Captain America, Black Widow, and Wolverine teaming up again. So at this point, Wolverine didn't remember anything. So they all met up during World War II. So I tell you what, she looks pretty good for a 80-year-old woman. This is the first meeting of the new X-Men with Doctor Strange. It also has the origin of Nightcrawler, First appearance of his adopted Nightcrawler's adopted family, and yeah, that's it. Notes on the back, but you know, this is all fun. This was great. This is Uncanny X-Men number 14, first cameo of Gambit. Now, there's a lot of technicalities going on with this thing. Now, this came out almost a whole month before X-Men 266. So you had Gambit in here, and he's like in 15 different panels, 10 different lines, but yet they consider that his cameo and 266 his first appearance. But I don't know, technicalities, but CGC has said that this is his first cameo, and X-Men 266 is Gambit's first full appearance. Even Marvel agrees that's what is going on here. Let's go on to box number 2. Box number 2. Now, I had to change all the bags and boards, so I have it in a short box. And here we are up to the Daredevils. This is the first appearance of Daredevil. No, it isn't. It's the first appearance of Kingpin in the Daredevil comic. It is also the first time they mention his name being Wilson Fisk. This is the first actual meet-up, because this was just his first appearance. This was the first meet-up of Daredevil and Kingpin. This is just a regular common Frank Miller greatness, as well as this one, Frank Miller, Klaus Janson, an amazing team. Then we also have not one, but 2 copies of, what number is this? 174, first appearance of the Hand, and third appearance of Elektra. Where is she? Right there. There she is. Okay, and then we have this one, of course, another Frank Miller. This is the first appearance of Stick. If you watched the Daredevil series, which any good Marvel fan did, you'll know Stick trained Daredevil. This is just a regular common issue that was thrown in. This is the first team up of Daredevil with Luke Cage and Iron Fist, the Heroes for Hire. Classic Frank Miller cover. Love that. Yeah, this Daredevil, I am very perplexed. I don't know if it's on this book or I can't find anything of it. I already looked at it. That little like asterisk star, I cannot find anything with that information on it. I don't think somebody took a rubber stamp and hit it, because it's not soaked through to the other side. So maybe I'm an idiot. I don't know. If anybody knows anything about that, please let me know. Comment below. Another classic John Romita, Frank Miller cover. Classic with the Black Widow. Now we're staying in the D's with Dark Hawk number 1. First appearance of Dark Hawk and second appearance. So we have Hawks and we have Falcons. This is the first Falcon solo adventure outside of Captain America. And we got a couple of Marvel Ages. Marvel Age really aren't worth anything, but we got 190 and 191. I'll show you the 191 first, and then I have 190. This is the Todd McFarlane cover. Just because Todd drew it and it wasn't anywhere else, it is like a $30 to $40 book. I had this one when I was a kid, and I'm glad I got it again. What If Wolverine Killed the Hulk? This is before everybody knew about his healing ability. Spoiler, Magneto controls him and makes him stab himself in the throat. So, and then that was from volume 1. Now in volume 2, this is number 49. What if the Silver Surfer got the Infinity Gauntlet? And to match up with What If Wolverine Killed the Hulk? What if Hulk killed the Wolverine? Okay, so we got those two. So we got a lot of Hulkage going on there. And then we have number 272. This is the first time Bruce actually turns into the Hulk on purpose. This is the first kind of quote-unquote smart Hulk, but it's not. It's just Bruce taking control. It is also the third appearance of Mr. Rocket Raccoon. Speaking of that, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. The full series of Rocket. I don't want to destroy them. Rocket Raccoon. This has actually appearances of all of his friends that made you cry in Guardians 3, like Floor and Teefs, and I'm thinking, Lila. Oh, the God, that made me cry. So this is very cool. I had the whole series now that I got it. Now, I've mentioned in a previous episode that I keep buying the wrong book, thinking it's the right book, but I got the right one this time. This is the Mighty Thor number 390. This is the first time the Captain America Steve Rogers, picks up Mjolnir, and which everybody screamed in the movie. This is just a book that was tucked in with. Another cool, I believe that's a Mike Zeck. This is a very cool Mike Zeck cover. I love his artwork. This is the first appearance of John Walker, who became the Super Patriot. And this is when Steve quits being Captain America. And this is when John Walker becomes Captain America, the Captain America that nobody liked. This is the first appearance of Lamar as Bucky. And then just another crazy one. Now, I spoke one time to Bob Layton, and he told me himself this is one of the most favorite books that he's ever written. He's the interior artist. He also is the writer. Bob Layton also grew up here in Indiana. I see him every once in a while at the Indiana Comic-Con, and hope to see him again soon because I have one copy signed. How about I want to get the other one? This is the first appearance of the deep sea armor from Iron Man. This is the first appearance of Ghost, who is going to be in Thunderbolts, who was in the Quantumania movie. Was it Quantumania? No, it wasn't Quantumania. It was Ant-Man and the Wasp. And there's a lot of controversy over this one. This is the second appearance of the War Machine armor. Technically, the issue before was the first appearance, but sometimes they say it's a cameo. But this is the first appearance and cover appearance of War Machine. Now, keep in mind, kids, a little class right now. This is not James Rhodes. This is Tony. It is actually not even called the War Machine, the armor. It is the War Machine armor. So there's nobody being War Machine. It's just Tony in the War Machine armor. Not until, I believe it's number 91 or 92, I could be wrong. West Coast Avengers is the first time it's called the character is called War Machine, and it's Jim Rhodes. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think it was like 90 or 91 that was going to first appearance of Jim as the War Machine. That's the second issue. Technically third. And now the stack you've been waiting for. Now, I've only got two if you include the supervillains. This was there. This is the first appearance of Harley Quinn in the DC canon universe, outside of the Batman Adventures Harley Quinn. So this is the first Harley Quinn in DCU continuity. So that's a pretty cool book. In fact, I believe that actual scene was reproduced in Suicide Squad. 2/3 of this short box is all Spider-Man. 165. Got the Lizard in this one. 66. 73 with appearance of Molten Man. It's not key. It's a very cool Green Goblin Spider-Man cover. This also blows my mind too, how this is not a key. It's not as an important key, but he graduated college. That's a big deal. In the real world, it is not easy. I was hoping I'd get something cool, but this outweighs all of it. This is Amazing Spider-Man Wonder number 194. First appearance of the Black Cat. It is not the variant. Now, if you had the variant, you see, like right here, if there's a little line of yellow, you've got a rare misprint, and they're worth in the thousands. This is worth in the hundreds. Now, it's in about a 4.0 condition. It's got a little bit of staining right there, but I'm going to get that cleaned and pressed, and I hope to bump it up from a 4 to a 6. I'm taking a lot into consideration, but I hope that's what will happen here. Another appearance of the Black Cat. I think that's her 4th appearance. classic. I think I got like 2 copies of this because this is the first appearance of Hydro Man. If you watched Far From Home, you'll know that Hydro Man was in that. Sort of. I don't consider it. It's just a big monster, but it wasn't Hydro Man. Classic John Romita Jr. cover, 265, first appearance of Silver Sable and Wildpack. Literally just like last month, Sony has been talking about doing a Silver Sable, moving forward on a Silver Sable movie. One of my favorite covers also. This is the origin of Spider-Man retold again. This is the first and only appearance of Flash Thompson as the Hobgoblin, number 4. There's been 4 Hobgoblins so far. The 25th anniversary of Marvel Classic. All the books had that kind of border around them that month. First appearance of the 5th Hobgoblin, classic McFarlane art. Anytime I see the original Amazing Spider-Man art by Todd McFarlane, I always grab it up because it is just, to me, one of the best. The Superman tribute cover. I think I just got another copy of this somewhere. I did. I'm not sure. I'll have to look that around. This is the origin of the Chameleon again, and they made him bigger and better than he has ever been before. This is, what number is this? 208. Spider-Man beating the crap out of, oh shoot, what is his name? Taskmaster. But the one thing that's interesting, kidnapped is misspelled. I don't know if you can see that. There's supposed to be 2 P's in kidnapped. First appearance of Sticks and Stones. Mysterio cover. Now this, if you look in the corner, it's 311. This is issue 311. There's exactly, I don't know if you can see them, exactly 311 spiders on the cover. That Todd. And just a great cover. This is the first Goblin versus Hobgoblin. Okay, we got the Lizard by Todd. Technically the second cover appearance of Venom. He's just all over the place. It is the 4th appearance of Venom and second technical cover. It also has a Thing cameo in this book, so not sure to put it in my Spider-Man stack or my Thing stack. We have a very cool fight with the Scorpion, Paladin with Silver Sable, the Cosmic Spider-Man, and a classic Todd McFarlane versus the Grey Hulk. This is Todd's last issue on Amazing Spider-Man. He went to do the Spider-Man, just the title, Spider-Man series. Classic Todd McFarlane Spider-Man. 344, the first appearance of Cletus Cassidy, who later on becomes Carnage. So this is the first appearance of Cletus. This is the first appearance of Carnage. I had this a while ago. I think I might have it again, but I'll have to check. If not, it's going in the collection. If not, it's going to go out or on the wall. Third appearance of Carnage. First appearance of Captain Marvel 2. This is Monica Rambeau. Later, she becomes Photon and Spectrum. You saw her in the Marvels movie in WandaVision. I loved the character. There is a small water stain right there. I got to get that cleaned and pressed. Web of Spider-Man number 31. This is the first issue of the Kraven's Last Hunt, and the classic cover by Mike Zeck. This is part 4. Peter Parker. This is the first appearance of Spot. You saw him in the Into the Spider-Verse. Is also voiced by Jason Schwartzman. That is the second appearance and third appearance. All these Spot books. This is, I love this cover. I have a friend of mine, Mike, over at Lunch Money Comics. You should give him a follow too. He is big into the negative space. That is a beautiful book. It is a newsstand. I don't know if it's going to go on my wall or in the box. I'll have to look. Actually, in this box, there was a Amazing Spider-Man 129 Psych, it is the number 106 of Marvel, what's it called again? Marvel Tales. Marvel Tales. My problem, I grabbed it, didn't even notice some little mousey had some fun with that. So the next are just reprints. So now Marvel Tales is nothing but reprints of the original Amazing Spider-Man Marvel Team Up, wherever they wanted to do one. But this run was nothing but Todd McFarlane covers. They're the only things that actually are worth because they're just reprints. This is the Death of Captain Stacy. Another one. This was with Iceman. I think that might have been a Marvel Team Up. Also a Marvel Team Up. Now Iceman and Spidey and the Angel. We have Dazzler. These are all McFarlane covers. And there's Dazzler again. That's a good one. This is reprint of, I think, the first meeting of the X-Men and Spider-Man. I don't remember what issue that is, but also McFarlane cover. Another McFarlane. These are all McFarlane books. This classic right there. I just love that one. This one is a reprint of Marvel Team Up Annual number 1. And I'm going to mention to my friend at Lunch Money Comics about this one. He is a huge fan. Mike at Lunch Money Comics is a huge fan of Nightcrawler. And then we got the Juggernaut. And the last book we have is Him and the Beast. Now let me show you what I got from Faraday Toys when I traded them the Dungeons and Dragons books. I got a bunch of good stuff from Matt and Aaron over at Faraday Toys. To start off, what year is this? 2021. The TARDIS to go on my nerd Christmas tree, an official Hallmark one. Now I'm not, like I said before, I'm not a huge Funko Pop collector. I like the toys. I got my Ben Grimms and just ones that mean something to me. And as soon as I saw this, I had to get it. Box is not in the greatest of shapes, but you know what? It's Ash from Army of Darkness. Give him some sugar, baby. So he's got a chainsaw. He's got a shotgun. This is going on my wall of toys. Okay, and I got this little guy from Shang-Chi. His name's Morris. He's got no head. He's got 6 feet and butterfly wings. And he's squishy. Squishy, 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 squishy. Okay, and they did have comics. I know they had these because I priced them for him. I'm the go-to comic book guy if they have any questions. So a bunch of these were already bagged and boarded. Some are not. Let's start with Thor number 340. I believe this is the second appearance of Stormbreaker. And 39. This is I believe, the first appearance of Stormbreaker. And 36, that is the second appearance of Beta Ray Bill, I believe. And I got some stuff just to fill my collection. I've been missing that. That's a Michael Turner, cover. And Adam Hughes Wonder Woman. A couple of Batman Beyonds. Now I'm looking forward to seeing this when it gets on the air. These weren't bagged yet, so I haven't had a chance. Creature Commandos, it's a miniseries. Ultimate Marvel Team Up featuring Man-Thing. This was included with some action figures. I don't have that. But I also have the Mighty Thor number 1. And I love this cover. Bounty Hunters number 1. Third print. I'm going to see if these are worth anything, being that they're third prints and made less of. So I'll have to check that out. So are you curious of how much I paid? All of those books, all those keys, all those amazing books, the Funko Pops I got in trade, all these comics, I got all of these for $100. I don't like to spend a lot of money on a lot of books. I'm great at the dive into the dollar bin books, but all of these were $100 in the trade with Faraday Toys. So I got an amazing deal. I want to thank everybody for watching. I got some really good books here. I don't need every single one of them. So I am making on my eBay page, 15 comics for $15 plus shipping and handling, with a portion of every sale going to Ovarian Cancer Research. I lost my mother-in-law to ovarian cancer as well as my wife. So it is very dear to me that we find a cure for all cancers. If you haven't already, also make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and share if possible so I could keep this channel growing and give you guys some amazing books too. I'm thinking about having a contest as well. But you know where you can find your comics? At your local comic book store. They have everything you need and they will help you out and help you find something you want to read. Also remember, like I say in every episode, and it is so true, reading comic books is still reading. Later.